Hello and welcome to my first playthrough for quite a while. I've been playing a bit of Arkham Horror and Lord of the Rings living card games, and there's loads of videos out there about those, and I don't feel competent enough to join in and make a few mistakes. I've also been playing some stuff by Hall and Nothing Productions, Shadows of Kilforth, Veil Wraith, which I will do a playthrough at some point for. But what I'm doing today is I've finally got season 2 Final Girl. So as most of you'll know, I've already got done recordings for all season 1, so this is my first season 2, and I'm going with the Big Bad Wolf scenario. It's in Storybook Woods. Just had one warm-up play and I did win, so I did unlock Red's secret weapon. Now don't worry, there's going to be no spoilers. I've had a look at it and it's a very good weapon, but I'm not going to use it. Don't want to spoil it for anybody who's got the game, obviously. Now, as you'll have known from before, I'm not going to go through a full explanation of the setup because I've done that in previous videos. So what I've got to do still is the final health one. I've got shiny new tokens for these, so they're going in there. We've gone with red. She's got some good. You should take an action card if you get one. Take any item card, which I did. I think I got lucky with the item cards in the last game, and that's how I defeated the Big Bad Wolf. And if we fill all those in, once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 space of you, you may move 1 space for free. She also gets 2 health back for each of the additional victim save, which I think is more than the usual ones. I think what else I've not done. I've not done the setup of the victims yet. And then I've not done, the other thing I haven't done, I've not turned over the item cards for the start. Chicken bones. The knife, which I had in the last game, which is, you'll have seen that in other games, other days. And the songbirds, that's the first one I've seen, because there is a cage where you can... So if the killer's within 2 space of you, you may spend 3 action points to send the songbirds to attack, doing 3 damage to the killer. Then discard, that's a good card, so... We may be trying to get to the village to get that one. The gingerbread house is here. Grandma's house is here. What's the chicken bones do? Spend 1 action point to place a chicken bone token in your space. If enemy enters a space with chicken bones, discard the token and deal 1 hit to the enemy. So not bad. But the songbirds are the ones that I'd like to have. Got the terror cards set up. The only other thing I've got on here, which, let me just move that to see, with the full box of season 2, you get a box of props and they have signature cards, so you can use 1 in each game. So I've got an extra card here that you want to see me for, or if you haven't got the game you want to see me for. So you can pay the time costs of an action card you just resolved to return it to your hand. So that could be quite useful, although I didn't use it in the last game, so I don't know. Is it useful? We'll see. Let's see how we go. So let's do setup. Shuffle round. And we've got the picnic. So let's just set that up. So we've got red here. Big Bad Wolf, the killer, is here next to her, and they are adjacent. You will notice as well, in the last game, Big Bad Wolf did not kill. There's something else I haven't done yet, so I will come back to that. He can move very quickly, and there's less locations here. It's hard to get to some unless you've got these rafts, which didn't come out in the item bit. So let me do this, and then I'll go on to the bit that I've missed. Let me set up. So 1 there, 2 there. 2 here, 1 there, 2 in the meadow, 1 there, 2 here, they're adjacent, and 1 there, so is that right? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, yes. Exits, 1 here. You can get through here to the exit, and one here in this space. So it's a little bit tricky. It's compact, but it's I found it a little bit tricky to move about. What I haven't done is these abilities, because these are from my last game. I left them on, so let me just grab the so we've got the abilities here, so I'd left them up, so we've got them there. So let's just spin these around a little bit, and we'll go with that one. And then the button. Go with that one. Now, the part to go with this is there's always some quirks to the game, apart from hands, but there are very few in this one really. Special rules. I mean, it does mention the fewer spaces in the woods. There are 3 bridges on the board that cross the river, circled in red. 2 of them, that's circled in red on here, sorry. So you've got the bridges here, here, and here. Because they're narrow, don't take much weight, you can only take 1 victim over when crossing a bridge. So sorry, I'm just reading something. Sorry, apparently there's a toll bridge event card as well, which has an effect, but I've not seen that yet, so we'll see that if and when we come to it. And you've got rafts. You've got these raft tokens here, little raft vehicle there as well. If you get that, I'll talk about it in case it doesn't come out, because it didn't come out in the last one. You need to choose 4 spaces where the raft can go ashore. You must place the raft tokens so they're touching both the river and 1 exit space, so you can see possible positions for the raft there. But again, we'll talk about that in more details if we come to it. And the only other variant is with the wolf. The wolf has 2 modes, and he starts in track mode, so you can see there's 2 different effects depending on what mode he's in. And it's when that gets turned over, he goes into the sleigh mode rather than the hunt mode or trap mode. And some of the terror cards mention different things to do with that, but the dark power card does come into play very early. After a couple of victims, it comes in. So I think we're nearly ready. The only thing left to do is, these are our 0 cards here. I'll get those out in a moment. I've been talking about the items. I don't know whether you can see them there. I don't know what it is about this game. It just takes up too much room. I need to remember that as I'm playing. So, got that. So the event card next. Breadcrumb path. Choose 2 of the following: dell, meadow or clearing, and you place a breadcrumb path token on them. You may move between these 2 spaces as if they were adjacent. Only you can use the breadcrumb path, and victims cannot follow you. So, where have we got we've got the dell where I am now, the clearing which is there, and the meadow which is there. Now I'm going to try and move to the village as quick as I can. So what I think I'll do with the breadcrumb path, and these are the tokens, I'm going to put 1 in the meadow. I'm going to put 1 there. Might not use, I didn't use them in the last one. So there we are. Apologies again that you can't quite see. But no, let me just move it down slightly and see how that should be alright. So you can see the cards. The only one out of sight is that one. So let's go. So we take our starting hand. Other things you notice from the, got your little marker there. New horror token as well, which I like. But he starts on 5, the horror token. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're okay. Good to go. So let's start with, if I move that to there, and then you can see me rolling my dice. I'm going to start, as I often do, with the focus. Let's try and get the focus down, particularly because it starts high up. So first one in the play area is focus. Roll 2. I want to try and get it down, so I'm going to hand in weak attack and short rest because I don't need those for now. So we've got 1 star. Time goes down 1, but we get that down by 1. Now I'm going to, so to search, to get those songbirds, I'm going to need 2 time left. So I'm going to use walk. Ideally, 2 spaces. We'll do with 2 stars here. I've got 1 star. Do I end them both in to get there? Because that would take me up. Hand those 2 in. Take me up to 2 stars. Go down 1. And I'd have enough to buy the search. So yes, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to hand those in. So I've got rid of all these cards. Down to 4. I made a mistake straight away. What have I done? Focused with that. And what with that? No. So I'm sorry, I'm just checking out. Yeah, I've used 2 time. I can move 2. So I'm going to go 1. I'm going to take the and with me as well. I've got 4. So that's the end of the phase. Straight. Nice quick phase there. Got 4 to spend. Well, 2 is going to be on a search. I don't want that search. And I think for now, how far away from me is he? But he can move 3. As he moves, there's a chance I won't come after me this turn. So do I do a sprint? I could even do another search and take a punt on what I get. No, sprint. Okay, so there, that will be my hand for next time because I've used all these. These are now discarded, put into there, as you know. Let's go. So onto the big bad wolf. He's in track mode, so he moves towards the nearest 1, and he can move up to 3 straight away. Well, the nearest 1, there's nothing in Grandma's house. There's nothing there now. So it's here where these 2 are. So he's there straight away. Terror card. I'll huff and I'll puff. So he moves towards the nearest. Obviously you've got the 2 modes here, as you can see. He's already there, so it doesn't move. But there you go, up 2. Ignore that. So not too bad, because nobody's killed. But that is awfully close to us only rolling 1 dice. And I've not got a focus to do anything with. So, nobody panics, nothing to do in the upkeep phase this turn. It's back to me, with not a lot to do. But what I'm going to do first of all is search. So I always forget this, that needs to go back up to 6. So we're going to search here. I'll just put that there so you can see it easily in the middle, and we'll move it. Rolling 2 dice. Oh, I'm going to do that again because it didn't go down, even though that actually helped me. Same result. So we've got what we needed there. Time down 1, 1 star. Take the top item card of your space. The 2 spaces of you is not at the moment. You may spend 3. So we've got that there. No hands, so it just stays in our backpack. And we've used 1 now. Do we want to move? Yes. Let's try and save these 2. So we're going to roll again for the sprint. Search cards discarded. we've got one star, we've got no cards left in our hand, so all we can do is one. So we can move up to 2 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2. Timer down 1 again, so we're down to 4. We're going to get all these cards back, because we used all 6 of them, if you remember. What else do we need? Do you know, I've got 4. Tempted to try and grab a Furious Strike. I've got things to do, quite a few other things. So let's grab a Furious Strike one. I'm going to do that. And we pick up our 0 cost cards. So that's our purchase phase. I don't think it's called a purchase phase, but you know what I mean. And then sprint and search. I'll go back. Where's the knife as well? Gingerbread house. So it's over there. It's going to be awkward to get to at the moment. I should have put the put the breadcrumbs over there. But there we are. Didn't think. So here's the wolf in sleigh mode. In trap mode. Not going to move because he's already got 2 victims in that space. So we'll go straight on to the terror card. Move the killer 3 spaces towards Grandma's house, picking up and moving 1 victim with the killer, if able. Well, we are, because we've got 2 with us. And then turn over an event card. So Grandmother's house is here. So the wolf is taking along one of these victims to Grandma's house. And then we turn over the event card. Oh, it's the toll bridge. Place the toll bridge token anywhere on the river so that it touches 2 spaces. These spaces are now adjacent. You must spend 1 action to cross and an additional action if a victim follows you. So where do we want it? To put it there. Then we'll save these 2. Then the idea is come back and get the knife. So we're starting to form a bit of a plan. Right. Might not turn out to be a good one, but it's a plan. So there we are. We've now got a bridge. Upkeep phase. Nobody's dead yet. That soon changes once it gets to this sleigh mode. So we've got 7 cards in hand. Furious Strike's no good for us at the moment. I'm going to do my focus first of all. We need to get it away from that. So the focus is going to be our first roll. And you can see that we've got the cards. So I am going to hand in 2 cards. Weak attack and short rest, as I usually do. So that goes down 1, and the timer goes down 1. I'm going to walk with 2. That's what I didn't want. Because I don't want to give anything away. Assimilate. I don't want to lose 2. Do I hand these in and just move 1 space? I think I do. So the rolls aren't going my way, so we're down to there. We're going to hand in a walk and a focus. She moves into there. We've got 4. That's the end of our go because all I've got left is Furious Strike. I've got 4 points to use. What I'm going to do, I think, is a sprint, otherwise I'm not going to be able to move next turn. So that's 2. And the 2 one I want, really. I'm going to have another sprint. See if we can get right across there quite quickly. So that way our next turn. And all these 5, I think they're all 0 cost. Let me just check. Yeah, all those 6 go into the 0 cost action card pile. We'll pick them up again. So that's resets to 6. Same again here. Moves to the nearest victim. It's already got a victim there, so we're on the terror card. So moves again. Already got one there. At least one victim in the killer space. There is. Bloodlust increase. So that increases by 1. To that. And that means that increases very worryingly. I'm not thinking that's twice I've done that. I should have gone for getting distraction to try and really get that down. I'll go for that next turn. Whereas this turn, we're going to go for the sprint and then the sprint again. 1 star. I've only got 2 cards left. Not enough. But 1 star means we can move up to 2 spaces. And you will remember from, or probably remember from previous games, so it goes down by 1. We can move 1. We can get rid of these through the exit, and then red can move back. So we've got these saved. And what do we want to do here? Aha. Tell you what we want to do first of all. We want to do that one which says take any top item card. So we don't need to go over there to get the gingerbread house. We can just take that and put it in the hand, which is brilliant. That's a great start. Take another action card, maximum of 2. Move up to 2 spaces. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go and try to save some of these around that way? Is there an action card we need? Not particularly right now. Not for 2. Not for value of 2. Unless we go for getting 2 extra up here. And we could be in a position to have a real battering of Big Bad Wolf early on. Let's do that. So I'm going to do timer up to 7. And that, is that going to be a go? I've got those 2 left, so shall I use the sprint again? Yeah, I think I will. And I'm going to take him towards... I need to make sure I get a star though, because I don't want to lose the 2 times, because I want to try and get the critical blow. I'm probably being a bit ambitious here. I'm going to leave it there for this go. That's it. So I'm now going to go with 7. I've got 7 points. Critical blow for 6. And the only other one that's 1 is the close call. So that's all those done. But we do also get our 0 action. We've got them all. So we'll just make sure, because maximum we can hold is 10. I think I've got 9. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Oh, I've got 10 cards. So I've got the maximum number of cards at the moment. But we're all right. The sprint was the only one we used. So I'll put that there. We're done. Nothing happens with that one because there's already one in there. Terror card. Place 2 new victims in the gingerbread house. Right over there. If you are on a item area, we're not. You may spend 2 to take the top. And then we've got another event. Let's see. So we do a bad event. Harmless old woman. The killer is disguised as grandmother, and she's at grandma's house. And the victims do not realise it. Any victims in a space adjacent to the killer move into the killer's space. And we might be dropping lucky here. Because as you look, the only space adjacent is the glen. And there's nobody in there. There's no connection because the river's in between all these. So there is no other adjacent space. So don't then discard the card. Well, I'll just put it under the event. Because you never get through the deck. It didn't hurt us, that one. Fantastic. So that's not too bad. And now it's back to our turn. Because nobody's panicking, nobody's dead yet. What I'm going to try and do now, I'll focus first, is to get it away from there. 2 stars, brilliant. So time actually goes up by 2, that goes down by 1. Couldn't have been better. Now let's do another focus. Need to try and get well away. 1 star will do. So go down to 7. Yeah, I don't want to use it. I was just wondering about using those. I don't want to. So focus goes again. Because there's other things I might want to do this turn where I've got cards I can throw away. So we've done that. Now we're going to move towards the wolf. 1 star, can move 1 space. Yeah. Move 1 space. Down 1. And we're going to do the same again. Oh, we've got a sprint. No. Spend 3. How close to it? If the kills are within 2 spaces. 1, 2. The killer is within 2 spaces. So there's nothing to say the bridge affects anything space-wise. It's only the toll bridge that you have to use an extra action for. It's just that it doesn't take much weight, so we're still only 2. Yeah, we are definitely within 1, 2 spaces. So I'm going to spend 3 time to send the songbirds to attack, doing 3 hits to the killer. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Don't know why I've done these out so untidily today. Then discard that card. That is a great card, the songbird one. So just discard it over there. That's a nice early hit on the killer. And I'm just wondering whether I want to get any closer to the killer. I don't know if I do, because I've still got to walk in a sprint to do 7 cards and 3. Tell you what I want to do next is a distraction to try and get that down more. Do I want to do that? Do I want to have a go at the killer? I've got a sprint and a walk. I can get to the killer. And then I've got a weak attack, a critical blow, and a furious strike. So tempted to have a go at the wolf. I think if I can get to the wolf, there's a chance I could kill the wolf this turn. But it's going to leave me short. Am I going to bottle it? Yeah, I'm going to bottle it, I think. Used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. I bet I use that all the time in this game when I'm recording. Do you know what? I'm going to sprint. Don't know if it's a good idea. 2 dice. Oh no, it's not a good idea. But it could be, because I can hand in the close call and the walk to move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. So I'm in with the killer. Goes down there. Now let's hit him for a critical blow. And remember, we've got the knife, which does 1 extra damage. We've got 1 star. But that ends my turn. But I don't want to hand those in, or do I? Yes, I do. Ooh, do I? Yes, I do, because I could do 4 damage here. So we've got 2 stars. So I'm handing in both those. I'm giving up that weak attack, because the most I could do is 1 hit, and I'm getting an extra 1 for handing it in. So we've got 2 stars. We've got 3 hits, plus 1 for the knife. So we've got 4. 2, 3, 4. Also, we get focus down again, which is good. No timer. If we could get 2 stars, this is my last card of the round, we could win the game, depending on what's under there, obviously, as well. 2 stars wins us the game, potentially. 1 star. So close. So, with 1 heart. So he's down to his last heart at the moment. That goes down. It ends the round. We haven't got any cards anyway left. We've got 2 time. The other thing is, I sometimes forget this. In fact, I might put that there just to try and remind me. This means we get an extra dice roll, because he's down to his last one. So, where are we? That's our turn. We've got 2. I can spend 2. I'm going to have nothing apart from whatever I get next. The sensible thing would say the guard. Yeah, I can't see it's doing any good, that. So he's going to come at us for this next round, because there's not much we can do. Or he might do anyway. Let's hand these in. Zero cards, sprint. Close call. So all 0. So all we've got in our hand is a heart. A heart, a guard. He doesn't move. He's already got, well, red and a victim in that area. What we really don't want is this dark power being unleashed this turn. All that. But yeah, there's good and bad about this. So what big ears you have. When you move into a begin your turn in the big bubble space, you lose a heart. So we're gonna lose a heart next turn, because I can't move. So we'll put that there, and they get 2 hearts on that. So we're going to have to take those out. So they've got extra life back now. Now, does that mean that we lose that extra dice? I think it does, but I just need to check. It's slightly ambiguous, because when it's talking about the health, it seems to be talking about this area. But it has got some health on there, so I'm saying I lose that extra dice, so I don't get to roll 3. Not that I'll be rolling much this turn anyway, because I've got nothing to do. So that's the end of this turn. There's no upkeep, nobody's been killed again, but I'm not going to be able to do anything. So basically, I keep that in my hand. I know we're getting all the 0 cost cards back, and I've got 6. So you know what I'm going to do? Oh, hang on. I begin my turn, and I lose a health because of that. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to take the critical blow and bank on taking him out again. So we've got that. We've got these, which is walks, focus, weak attack. So we're going to have 2 chances of attacking, really. So that's for next turn. This turn, we're going again. He doesn't move. You know that by now. If there are no victims on the board, discuss how there are. So, no. Goes after the nearest victim. The victim is in the space with us. Then doesn't move. Then his power level goes up 1. This is the killer. Bloodlust. That one doesn't fly because he's not yet in slay mode. But bear with me a second, because this goes up to here, which sends the dark power. And you see the mode there is track. The mode now is slay. So the big bad wolf ignores damage effects from reaction cards such as retaliate. I had this in the last game actually, so let me just clarify. Have I still got the guard one? Yeah. So that still works. What doesn't work, I think it's on the retaliate one. You get to do damage with the retaliate, but you can't. So that's what it means. You can still try and block, even with the retaliate card. We don't actually do the retaliate part of it. So that's overturned. We're in that mode, so he's going to start attacking. But he's going to start. He hasn't started yet. And it's going to be our turn. So let us... Do I try and get 2 focus cards down there? Yeah, because I've got a few cards I can throw away, but I also want to get those 2 stars. Okay, focus. We're still going with focus first. Oh, and I've lost another health because I'm still in that space. I'm having to risk that for now. I could move out, but we're here to kill the wolf. And while we've got the chance, you've got to strike. Ow, that's just what I didn't want. So I'm going to give up the walk and the guard card, so that it goes down by 1. The timer goes down by 1. I'm now going on to my next focus card. One star. That'll do me. I'm not worried about the timer. I've got 3 dice. So we're now rolling 3 dice. If we get 2 stars, we've got an opportunity to take him out. And I've got 3 cards here, so I can hand in 2 if we get one of the card thing. So we need at least 1 star and 1 of the card icons. I've got 3 stars. So let's do... I'm going to do the end bit first, just in case I forget if there's something under there. So that goes down again. So we've got the 2 stars, 2 hearts there. That minor dark power goes. So that's good if we do have to carry on. And now we have the big moment. Turn this over now. I turned it over last time and it had 3 hearts on it, which is, I think that is the most, I'm sure. And it's the first time I've ever turned that over in the game. So let's see what we got. We've got a blank. So we have defeated the big bad wolf. I like this one. It's a fun game, this particular one. Only slight concern I have is that I've played it twice and I've now won twice. Unless somebody then comments when I post this and say I've made some glaring mistake. Well, hopefully I haven't done that. But yeah, very thematic. I'm looking forward to playing some of the others. We've got the Alien type one, USS Conrad. We've got Station 2891 based on The Thing. Wingard Cottage with the Intruders. And Wolf Simon Asylum with Batchet Lady. So I don't know which I've got. Also a little vignette, Terror from the Grave as well. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I really enjoyed getting back to Final Rooks. I've had a bit of a break while I've been waiting for it to come. So you do sometimes forget what a great game it is. But if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I will be back soon, probably with another Final Girl. Although it might be Veil Wraith as well, because I might get that out and do a recording of that. Okay, cheers.